So, hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Claire, not Crystal, and this channel is about empowering your own divine feminine, divine masculine energy, whatever gender you are, and on your twin flame journey in general, you and your twin flame. So, I feel like this might be another longer video, and that's okay. I'm already hiccuping the energy, so that is when I'm, oh dear, I'm yawning as well. Oh god, transmuting heavier energies. Yawning can actually be a sign of that too. So if this is for you, you might be feeling a heavy energy around you. I'll just light the sage again. So, yeah, so I'm going to do another past life reading, but it's going to be a bit of channeling about the romantical stuff of someone's twin flame journey. When I say someone, it's like loads of people, by the way, but I just say it like it's like two people. Depends how it comes through, really. But it's because of the cards I've been led to before I've started filming this. Like, that was just, I love it when this stuff happens all the time, but it was like, that was just in the middle of the floor away from all the cards, and it's, I miss you so much, my heart hurts. I think I did just pull that on, no, it wasn't on the shorts, it was somewhere. I think it's maybe in the music one that I'll publish later on tonight. But on what was the theme in that? The theme in that was quite interesting. Wait a minute, just for the people that might like this. So remember, this is just the equivalent of me sending you distance healing. The whole video is. I know I say it all the time, but some people, new people, really need to hear this. But some people feel like something more is happening when you've got a visual. So, but the healing comes through my energy, my voice, my hands, my eyes, just my energy, me. So if you're open to it, but if you're not open to it, you don't need to receive it. But I'm sending you intention this lifts any distortion or heaviness that's hanging about you. Okay. Right. And then I feel like, oh, interesting. I was going to say Florida water, but they want me to go to the rose water. So that's what we'll do. So I'm going to bring in a bit of the rose de rosa. Rose water, basically. And to me, whenever and they're pulling me the roses on one of my card boxes as well. So I really do connect roses with quite a few things, but Mary Magdalene is one of them. So I do feel, I'm just sending you the rose vibes. But again, it's just really because I use the sage for the clearing, and then the Palo Santo or Florida water or the rose water. I don't actually use the rose water very often, but they really did guide me to that. Or essential oils or blah, 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 you know. Everybody does it differently, but see what I mean? Because it's a Sag moon, it's like they're really just wanting me to sort of be talking about this stuff. So I can talk about all this on a personal session, and it's quite funny because a friend of mine had said this ages ago that I should just have a session that is about teaching people spiritual hygiene. So I might do that if there feels a need for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'd make it like a bit of a shorter session or something, but the reason I don't do that is because I just like to go by how somebody feels in the moment. So, like just now, I have got discovery calls, but remember, I might take them away if it feels like it's not working for me. So just again, like I keep saying, if you're wanting to do that, then I would do it, because I might take that away at some point. Especially because I know I'm going to be really, really busy this year. But I don't know. I'll just do it when they guide me to. But because remember, the discovery call is basically it's quick chat. It's not usually a quick chat, right? But it's a chat with me to depends on what I've got on after or what I've got on that day. But it's a chat with me to basically get to know what it's like doing a session with me one-to-one, to just see whether I am the healer for you, to help you heal yourself. You know what I mean? Because you got to trust somebody. Like, the majority of the work that I do is really fragile inner child soul retrieval, inner child healing, but it is also shadow work, because half the time when you're retrieving a part of your inner child, it is your shadow as well, as my perspective on it, because that's just what I see. Like, the defensive parts of everyone, or the I can do it myself, or, you know, all of that kind of energy. So that's obviously going to be relevant to this energy reading today. That all comes from like your shadow and your inner child, and it's because you're protecting yourself. But you can't truly actually get the help that you really need unless you break down those walls and you're vulnerable and you let somebody help you with the bits that need healing. But I get it, you don't just want to let anybody into that part of you. So that's why I always say, find somebody that you do feel comfortable to do that with. And I'm very grateful and humbled and honoured that I am that person for many people, regardless of their age, regardless of their status. I mean, I don't even like these words, but you know what I mean? Like, we're all just souls at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, whatever, blah blah blah. Right, so let's get on with this. Yeah, everything I do is channeling energy, healing energy, clearing. So it's not just a card reading. The energy is always like coming through. It's very clearing. So if you ever feel like your body's vibrating or that, listen to me, or you feel, heat on different parts of you and everything, it's where the healing's wanting to go if you're open to it. So, and I always think just by continuing to watch the video, you're given permission to receive that healing, which is actually, see, on the negative side of that for other people. That's why if you're watching anybody's anything online and you start to not get a good feeling, like, you should just get off, I think, because you might be picking up on something. Like, it could be like not great energy that you're falling into, it's going to put you in a dark place. Like, think about there's readings basically there's like dark high priestesses that are doing psychic readings and that as well, and it's like, it'll, like I always say, it makes me laugh sometimes when I see these, but I mean, they guide me to see all of this because I'm like a total investigator, because my North Node and Gemini's in the 8th house. I'm like, dun, 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 dun. And I just looked at my chart, and it's funny because I've got even more of that. Like, there's a shitload of squares going on right now for me, so it's like I'm really like, this could be quite intense, basically, and I'm not going to apologise for it because I love that shit, but it's like, I don't love when it's really, really dark stuff, but I like if it's pulling out to help people to get away from that. So, do you know what I mean? But it's like, it goes on, basically. That's the point, it goes on. And we're not even in Scorpio moon anymore, but we're in Aquarius. I just looked, and Mercury, the planet communication, has just went into Aquarius, so it's going to get really galactic around here because the new moon in Aquarius is on Friday. And I've got a discovery call with someone on Friday that I know about, so I'm looking forward to that because that'll be fun on in the new moon energy. And but yeah, it's going galactic to me, so all the messages are going to be, I feel, oh shit, that's amazing. I've just realised this is what I mean. But like, God and the divine, just, God is the divine, but you know what I mean, the divine helpers, the guides, just, they know, like, they just plan all of this, because I can be a bit of a space cadet all of it. look at even what I said, space cadet. That's Aquarius as well, because of aliens and everything. But like, I've just realised that is so divinely timed to do the new Earth messages next week. And when I'm saying next week, that'll actually be from around Thursday this week, because I started it on a Thursday, so I'm not, it's not like Monday kind of thing. Oh my god, I've just remembered. Oh no, that's fine. I've got to do the weekly Ascension. Don't worry, I write all this stuff down. I know it looks like I probably don't do shit like that, but I have got a planner and everything. They remind me. My guides remind me if I forget. It's all meant to be, guys. I'm just trusting everything. Even when it doesn't make sense, I trust. That's why I can really help people that are in the dark. So anyway, we're going to shuffle my mix of 3 different Rebecca Campbell cards, the Starseed cards, because like I said, that they got me to grab them when I noticed that Mercury had shifted into Aquarius. So it's 0 degrees Mercury in Aquarius. So if you're having if you are having like a real profound shift and feeling just on your own personal ascension journey, like, spiritual awakening stuff, I really do feel it could get even weirder, because Aquarius energy is weird and wonderful, basically. And then just, when it gets towards the weekend, like, get ready to beam me up, Scotty, with the energies that come in with that. But let's just see, what do we need to know? So, and also, so the way that I'm doing this is, if I'm guided to home in and be like, if they tell me this is for a woman out there, and it's for you to know whether you're divine feminine, divine masculine, and if you're always, like, because there are newer people subscribing, and that'll continue, it's like, if you don't know whether you are leaning towards divine feminine or divine masculine, and yes, we are both, you've got to note that, it's important that you know that for the majority of the whole time I've done this, I tend to attract females that are in divine masculine energy. That is a very unique thing to my journey as a twin flame teacher, but obviously, you know, people that get attracted to me. And you know, I see that out there a lot where whenever I'm guided to go and just to see things on other channels, it's amazing that what I can see where it's like women talking, but they assume they're the divine feminine, but they're having the experience of divine masculine. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just that are teaching about it, they don't seem to notice. And it's like when I ask my guides to go, I'm like, why doesn't that person know? Like, how can't they see it's blindly obvious that that person's a woman, but they're not the divine feminine? And it's because they tell me that that's my job to spot that. So again, I know because it's like, but my channel's tiny, do you know what I mean? But it must mean that at some point, whoever that applies to are going to start finding me now. But I have to say, there have been, in more recent days, there have been females that have been led to me that are in the divine feminine energy. So there's a shift happening there at 11:11. And also the other confusing thing is, some of the women that originally came to me that were showing up in divine masculine, it could be that you were just overly in your masculine energy and you're going to shift into your feminine when the energy starts balancing out with your masculine. I know this is like, I get sick of saying these words, twin flame, divine femme, divine masculine. I just refuse to be like DM and DF. That makes me cringe. Again, I love some of the people that use that, so it's nothing against them, it's just a wee weird thing with me. And like I said, I see it as a bit of a challenge, 1144, because I know that if I put that in my titles, like I would be more an algorithm, but I think I'm protected from doing that too, because I see how much shit some amazing people get from flowing into that algorithm. Like, listen, that's what I mean, guys. I'm no daft. I've been on YouTube like since it very first came out, and it's like I might have stalled in procrastination and fear and all that for my own channel, but I'm actually shit. Like I'm not being modest here, but it's true. Like I'm actually shit hot at helping folk with any platform on social media, really. Like, because I've studied it all. I'm a bit of a geek like that. You know, I actually paid loads of money in that to be in different kind of business subscription groups and stuff, but I know why. It's because when people come to me and they're on all these different things, I'm able to help them. It's like what seems to keep coming through just now is like a lot of people that are on like different platforms, and including even this one, it's like there seems to be a bit of a ignorance is the word that I'm hearing about how to clear energy and that. Like it takes a lot more than what some people are doing to do that. And it's so you know what I mean. It's you know, everyone's doing their best in that, but it's like there are definite places that accumulate. It's kind of like I was chatting on a session recently that when dust is gathering in your house, right, that's a huge sign that that can then turn into negative energy or an entity. And listen, I'm not the best at dusting and that, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's so I do, you know, it's like I have to remind when I'm channeling this, I have to remind myself of that too. But it's good to keep on top of this stuff, you know what I mean? So somebody mustn't hear that, but right, anyway, so look what was on the top. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine honor protection. Now that I know that is spot on because I've got some cards here, and like I said, I've got some of my decks of cards. They just guide me for some reason. That I keep some of them just for me, like it's my wee. It's like a bit of a sacred thing, I suppose. But I have actually got other reasons why I do that too. But yeah, just trust me on that. So, but some of the cards I pulled before I came on here, I'll just sort of summarise that I feel this is probably going to be for a divine masculine energy. And it feels like it will be for a male divine masculine, but like I say, if you're a woman and this resonates, then take it. But it could end up being that it's for the feminine of this masculine. It feels like it might go in a bit of both, but we'll just see. But it's like this masculine's feeling a lot of anger. That feels like they're in the angry stage of a dark night soul, like, you know, before they like start accepting stuff. But they are like doing the shadow work and, you know, actively working on themselves, or you are if this is you. And this is what creeped me out. It's like there was significantly mentioned in the cards that I pulled about knowing that they have a purpose, and look what I posted on the community tab. Like and I've pulled these cards after that. It's like I posted about the scene in King Arthur where it's like the divine masculines are knowing that they have a purpose. They're having dreams about it. They're having dreams about the feminine, if that is you, or you're having dreams about your feminine. And they're just, there's a lot coming at them basically. And they're trying to learn, and they know that there is like something different about you and the two of you together. And it's just, it feels like it's blown this person's mind. That's what it feels like, right? But there was a lot about us. I left some of the cards today, but there's a lot about just being so grateful and needing your light to help them through this dark time. And like, you know, just knowing that it's really strong message actually. It's like knowing that you've got a mission together. But there is a lot about needing to heal, and like, you know, that I feel that the silence is really agonizing is what I'm hearing for this person. Like it's agony to not be, and then they're pulling me a hidden truth on the hidden truth oracle box over there. It's like that's the truth, that it's really difficult to be not talking to their feminine right now. And obviously the feminine is feeling the same. I miss you so much, my heart hurts. Now notice how I'm sure, I don't know about all, but I'm sure a lot, yeah, I'm sure all true twin flames could actually really resonate with this message. They're telling me to take that one too. Yeah, longing for home, homesick for the stars, right? So I won't take any more of it. Oh no, I will. Double mission, and I just actually, I don't know if I said double mission, but that's kind of the energy that I was bringing through, even when I'm what I'm saying about what I'm doing with the cards there, because that is like my energy. You know what I mean? It's like I'm out there and I'm public, but I'm kind of hidden in a way because this channel isn't that big. I mean, like, this is actually massive to me from where it was, guys. It's massive. And you know, if you're new around here, I say us because, like, I didn't climb this mountain alone. Do you know what I mean? Like, if people weren't showing up and watching the videos, then I wouldn't be having anyone to be helping. So it's like, I'm really grateful that, you know, yeah, I'm just really grateful and love everybody that is watched me climb the mountain, but you've not just, what, you know what I mean? I feel like we've been doing this together. So but yeah, that is one of the key cards for me in this deck. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. You know, and that's why I'm just like, I don't go with the status quo. Like, I do just do my own thing, and don't really like to be, there you go. That's why I don't say like DF to DM and all of that. Like, yeah, like I will tag some of the videos that, because it's if it feels like it's relevant and it's going to help some people, but I don't use it in the titles, and it does seem like it's for that reason. It's just me, you know what I mean? But I have to stress, it doesn't mean that anyone that does that I don't resonate. Someone's longing for home and they're longing for you, and they're very grateful for this protection, because look, even on that card, it's like the sacred masculine. Now, oh yeah, with this one as well, she is pregnant, so it's like, it could even be like, I don't always get this from this card, but it could be like this masculine's like knowing that there's a, oh my god, that always happens. If I connect with, and I just looked at 18042, remember that's my birthday numbers, but that is also the code for union, because that is the Four of Wands card. So I know that this is like this will speak to many people out there, as well, as long as they find it. But I was speaking to somebody recently where you know what I mean, it was about the spirit babies and stuff like that. So it's all going to be relevant. It's like, so this probably most likely will speak to that person. That's like, this masculine is having dreams about when you will be carrying like your child. Oh, I went to say children there. So it's yeah, heavy. Okay, right, we'll put them aside. But that's because I was speaking to somebody recently. So right, I can put them away now. But I mean, I say it all the time anyway. Well, it might come out of my deck. Let's see. It might actually come out, the one about the spirit babies. That's why it's important to like the video, comment, and if you do have personal sessions with me, like that was someone that I had a personal session with, I'm going to pick up on your energy loads on these. So it's like, you know, these can support when you're guided to come to me for personal sessions too. Because remember, it's with the nature of what I do being soul retrieval, it depends on what it is we do. And I'm professional enough that if I've already just done something with you, and then you're wanting to book something again like really, really soon, I'd actually say like, look, it's too soon to be doing anything. You need to let the energy integrate. But like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, discovery calls is fine, because although that is, so it is clearing and soul retrieval too, because basically from the perspective of, I'm going to help you with something, do you know what I mean? But I don't want people to be treating that as a free session, although, you know, it does turn out to be that, you know, that's important to state that, but it's I don't want you to see it as that. That's actually just unique. So yeah, it's like I said, I actually do. I can tell that they're telling me I might have to take it away again as the channel grows, because I will inevitably get people that might try to abuse that. But anyway, I'm not worried. That's what I mean. I don't worry about stuff like that, because I like me to learn things to be able to. And it's like this isn't my first paper round. I went through all that, so I'm trusting when they want me to do that, because I'm attracting nothing but amazing souls that I'm having a lot of fun helping. And when I do that, it all comes back around to me. So yeah. So anyway, the feminine wants to say, I miss you so much, my heart hurts. So see how it really fits here, but let's put it back in and see if it comes out again. So like I said, you may be the feminine regardless of your gender, but it feels like this actually might be for a divine feminine that's a female, because and I know that you could be same sex, but I just feel it. That's the bit where like I just feel like I'm being more ruthless with that now. Like, I'm not going to pander to all the fucking stupid shit out there. That's how I'm going to put it. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's some decks where it's like I suppose like I was going to say tarot, but sometimes with tarot, yeah, sometimes I'm reading it, it's like this can be a man or a woman. But I have got some decks, I can't think of what ones, that it's like, no, this is a man. It's not a woman. So I'm not going to be like, this could be a woman. If it's a fucking man, it's a man. If it's a woman, it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's quite funny, isn't it? But that's how it's coming through. Right. Because a lot of that is part of the fucking satanic agenda, to be going down the route of ridiculousness. Right, anyway. Again, I told you, I'm in my Scorpio Pluto vibes. I'm not going to hold back. God's talking through me. God doesn't like all the stupid stuff that people fall for. PC stuff that's actually satanic. Some people are so scared to talk these days because of all these stupid things that are going on. Anyway. Feminine? Why is the feminine not wanting to talk? I'm shuffling these quite like. So whether this is you or this is your divine feminine. What's the divine feminine want to say? Oh. I'm so proud. Oh, that's really fucking hell. This is what I mean. I fucking love this shit. I love what I do. Sometimes it's tiring and draining, but I fucking love it. All I need is a good nap and food, and yeah, I'm so proud of it. And a good walk beside the beach. And I'll be glad of the day when I've got somebody to give me a cuddle and close the door on my work. But until then, that's the things that get me through. I'm so proud of you. Dark night of the soul is rough. Have patience with yourself. Beautiful. And my upper chakra, my third eye, and my crown is going crazy. So when I say mine, it's yours, the person watching it, which will also affect your twin. And whoa, it's not your fault. Please don't blame yourself. This journey is designed for us both to grow. Wow, I'm quite mind blown. And I need you. Look at what I just fucking said. And I'm not saying that in the way of how some people are like, I told you, I just said that. And I'm not saying it like that. I'm just meaning like, it never fails to amaze me like myself. I just let them talk through me, and they've spoke through me. I mean, that's what I was saying. So, yeah, this feminine energy is like, I'm so proud of you, and it's not your fault. This is everything that's been orchestrated in your life. If you're the divine masculine, you were meant to go through all of this. You were meant to be in karmic situations so that you could clear the karma. Like, actually, you're really brave. Your soul signed up to go through some really difficult stuff. and your true divine feminine understands. If you're thinking someone's a true divine feminine and they don't understand, I'd question whether that's your actual divine feminine. Now, I have to say that you need to take that with a pinch of salt, because there's really heavy shit that can happen between twin flames. I mean, it goes without saying it happens between twins and their karmic energies, but it can happen between twins. It does happen between twin flames too, for obvious reasons. Because when you've got masculines that get distracted and pulled away by distorted feminines, not just romantically, but any distorted feminines. Like, I mean, I know there's a lot of divine masculines on the twin flame journey, because of all the twin flames I've helped over the thousands of years, that can actually be surrounded by loads of toxic women that are friends, you know, like all these friendship groups that are just like half the females around the masculine probably even secretly fancy them, like manipulate them, and it's not always that, but that will be the case for some, probably with what I'm actually saying, and they keep them stuck in this. Like, it's like when I channeled recently about, family members can keep somebody stuck in that kind of toxic loop of never settling down and keeping it a free spirit kind of thing. And they could even distort it by being like, yeah, just be footloose and fancy free, you can do what you want, don't be tied down by someone. But that actually might be serving the people. Like that feels like the friends that are saying this to someone right now. But anyway, we'll pull away from all that, but it is coming in. This feminine's like, I'm proud of you for doing the work, and I need you, and I'm always going to need you, but not in a codependent way that with what you're used to. Like, it's more just like, that's why they got me to say it in the way of what you heard me say. So, wow. Wait a minute, we'll keep them out and then I'll pull some masculine ones. And it actually has to be said, look what's on the top here. I'll shuffle these. I'm totally obsessed with you, please be mine. Like, somebody's like can't deny this love. I feel like I want to break out in a song. Oh, wait a minute, they're telling me that. They're making me say that about song for a reason, because I was going to put on the Spotify. Turn down the volume. And let's put Spotify on shuffle. And I'll do it in front of you in case there's people out there that don't believe me. So it's 6 o'clock on the dot, that might have meaning. Let's just do... So it's on Stuck on You. By the way, I don't like that song, I just keep it on because, wait a minute, it will be relevant. Because it's... I mean, I wouldn't mind if I did like Stuck on You and Lionel. I suppose I like it a bit, but it's I keep it on because of this. Yeah, I've got this feeling deep down in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess... No, that's so funny. I was about to start singing it to the tune of that biblical song again. Guess I'm on my way. Guys, you've heard it here first. I've made a remix of Callum Scott and Lionel Richie. That's because I was about to say, guess I'm on my way, because my heart's thumping, the boom, the boom. I can't sing that bit because it's too high, and it's not even the song. I've just mixed two songs together. Hilarious. But anyway, needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be... I think that's a part of why I don't like this song so much, because it's like, okay, I guess I'm on my way. I tried to fucking make it work with this person, that person, and be single, but I can't, because I want you. I'm stuck on you, been a fool for too long. I guess it's time for me to come home. Guess I'm on my way. So hard to see that a woman like you could wait around for a man like me. Oh, I'm leaving on that midnight train tomorrow, and I know just where I'm going. I've packed up my troubles and I've thrown them all away. I'm coming home, stuck on you. Yeah, it's just saying the same thing. Right, so let's just see what else comes on. What's relevant to this? That's obviously relevant. Oh, all I want for Christmas is you. Something might be significant about Christmas. I know you. Wait a minute. Oh, that's that song that I found not long ago. I believe there's love in you, gridlocked on a dusty avenue inside your heart, just afraid to go. I'm more than innocent. I just take a chance, let me. I'll show you ways that you don't know. Don't complicate it. Don't let the past dictate. I've been patient, but slowly I'm losing faith. This is so scarily in line with the shorts that I've done, by the way. Because remember, it's only like 15 seconds or something, but the cards were like, the masculine energy was like, basically saying, it said something like, I can't face you right now. But then the tarot cards weren't saying that. So I got the feeling it was someone that's like burning with passion, like that card says, I'm obsessed with you. But it's like burning with passion for you. They love you too, because they're pulling me to I love you over there. But they're like denying themselves of you. And that's probably why 50 Shades of Grey's just come on, because that's what that's like. You know what I mean? It's like he can't stay away from her, but it's like he thinks he's gonna, I don't know, like spoil her innocence or something like that. It's like I don't know how this song goes, but remember it's the one that it says "I know you, baby" all the way through it, and that was I was laughing because I pulled the card. That's we're not going there because it just makes me embarrassed. Like I said, guys, when I channel the songs, right, it's I need to do it for other people. Anyway, that's an intense song, so you might want to, the secrets that you hide control us, and it's not fair. Something to do with that too. And look, it's about to be my birthday numbers, and I don't always put the phone on like that, so union. There's a union coming in here. Let's see what the masculine wants to say. Everything I do it for our future. And I'm going through a lot. Yeah, so basically there's a theme here about this masculine is, they're telling me leave the phone there, so you must need to see it to see when it changes to 1804. You've just, whoever this is for, you've not, I don't like saying like that, but that is what they're telling me to say. You've not got a lot longer to wait for this bits of this to come together. But this person's just going through they're at, like, that was crazy. I said that when it turned to 1804, which is my sign for union. So one of these, that's actually funny. They're saying to me as well, one of these times that'll be significant to someone because that's their birthday too, or that's like a significant date. But I'll put it here, and if I get drawn to it, then I'll notice. But this person's just going through a lot, right? They're angry, like I channeled at the start. They're angry, but they are factoring you in on their plans. They just might not have told you. But they tell you stuff telepathically. This masculine talks to you telepathically. That's what all twin flames do. Some are scarily telepathic, like me and mine are like next level telepathy. His higher self's been like that with me the whole time, but when mine is actually, yeah, anyway, you know what I'm saying, like when your twin is awake, it's like I just feel they won't come to you right away because they'll want to have fun with it. Basically, is what I'm saying. Now is not the right time, and I've had very vivid dreams. Right, scarily on point with what I've already said, and I'm not good at communicating my feelings with you. So just basically look out for the songs. But some, that song that I was led to with it, so that's in the background, it's by Halsey. Something about eyes. Was it eyes? Eyes closed or eyes open? I don't know, but I think it's eyes closed because she's not. I think it's that she's blind, but she's really she's a seer. So anyway, that's why as well. When I'm in sessions, I stress for you to close your eyes because then your third eye opens. But some people, like they're too active with their conscious mind. So it's quite, I'm just laughing because the person I done that with recently, I'm like, all right, Claire, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I'm not meaning that to be directed at you, but I suppose that bit is for you too. But it's not just you, it's for everyone. My mum does that too. It's like, it's important that you relax and switch off, but it's really important for the intuitive work. You're not going to get a lot out of it. So look, I told you guys. Sorry, I don't like saying I told you, but it does just sometimes come out of my mouth. I push you away because I don't want to lose you. Crazy, I know. That's a huge energy today. Somebody that pushes you away, but they actually really want you. Confusing as fuck, I know, but it's you make it real for them. I love that song. There's so much craziness surrounding me. There's so much going on, it gets hard to breathe. When all my faith is gone, you bring it back to me. You make it real for me. That's all I'm going to sing, because... but yeah, when I'm not sure of my priorities, when I've lost sight of where I'm meant to be, like holy water washing over me. Oh my God, that's what that was about. Because like I said, it's like, whether you see it as like you're being anointed or something, you know what I mean? But it is, like, that must have, I did think that when I was doing that. Very interesting. And I'm running to you, baby, 'cause you're the only one who saves me. That's why I've been missing you lately. You make it real for me. Right, it's the one from him. It's the one from He's Just Not That Into You. But then there's that's another wee mindfuck, eh? Because it's like, well, is he into me or not, Claire? You're saying he loves me and he's into me. Well, I don't know, right? That's the bit where you need to interpret what's for you. But that's the whole thing in that film. It's a lie. Some of the men aren't just into the women in the film, and I don't know if it is. Actually, that's quite bad, isn't it? There isn't any same-sex couples. Anyway, but you're the exception to the rule, baby. I've always known that I'm the exception to the rule. It's just taken a long fucking time to be proven right, but never mind, I'm alright with that. I hide my feelings for you, but secretly I love you so much. That was fucking brilliant timing with me saying that. That was brilliant timing with me saying that. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Right, okay, so but they're telling me to shuffle these. That's why I always say, if you're at, just from my own personal experience, I'm confused as to why, if you're a true twin flame, that like why people get confused about who their true twin flame is. Like, there's literally nobody else that could be my twin flame. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, once I was through the fuckery of a karmic, like it's, which, remember with me, if you're new, like I went through that as a teenager, which is totally rare. I've never really seen, it's not that I've never seen it, but it was just meant to happen like that to be my journey, because you know, they needed me to get to work sooner, I suppose. When you're the feminine, that is. When you're the masculine, it's a different story. That is part of the journey. I keep getting drawn to the chaser, but it doesn't come out. So, wait a minute. I keep getting drawn to the chaser, but it doesn't come out. This person keeps getting drawn to their divine feminine, because the chaser usually is divine feminine, as much as that fucking annoys me, because it's like, some divine feminines don't chase, so I don't like that term. But even if you don't literally hound and get in touch with the person, because some do that. If you do that, please let me teach you. I don't tend to attract a lot of folk that do that. Your energy does. Do you know what I mean? So if you're like a divine feminine that doesn't bother your twin, and you're just like me, and you're like, what's the fucking point? They're not awake. Like, they don't get any of this. It doesn't mean that you, if you're in the kind of scenario where you kind of live near each other and you see each other and you want to be friends or something, like, you know, if that's you, then good luck with that. But like I've said before, like, some twin flames are so intense that would never work. Like, me and mine, it's just, yeah, it wouldn't be wise if either of us are with people. Yeah, it just wouldn't be wise, put it that way. It's kind of like when I've told that story once before of, oh God, I don't like going into these stories, but they're making me say it. Like, over the past, like when we were younger, when we were like hanging out with each other, but not a couple, which gets complicated. And someone was like, you know, it's basically like, well, he was expressing interest in them, and she was liking what she thought. So I was like, well, this is fucking brilliant, isn't it? But I was like, listen, it's fine, bash on, but I'll stay away from him, but I don't think he'll stay away from me. Like, you know, if we end up in the same sort of house party or something like that, like, I can't be responsible for what happens there, because he's not my boyfriend, but he's not your boyfriend either. And it's kind of, and I was just said it very frank, and the person respected me for the way I said it, but it's, but I did, to be fair though, I did say, if this ends up being true love or something, then I'll just need to stay the hell away from the two of you, really. Like, but as far as I'm aware, it didn't. Definitely didn't turn out to be that. But anyway, moving on. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. But the point is, it's like you are like a thorn in the person's side. And it's the same with me with mine. Like, I've really actually no idea, because I don't know where the worlds would have clashed there with wherever I was like talking to somebody in my twin flame. It would be interesting to find it out one day, to be honest. But like, maybe none of that happened, but energetically he would have been cock blocking me or whatever the other way out. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I wondered when they were going to make me say that. That's so funny. There was a video I channeled about a year and a half ago. I never put it out. It was a pick a card. I might watch it again. But I actually mentioned this story, right? I think it was just because the energy was quite highly charged at the time, and it just didn't feel right. But I've just remembered it again. But I did tell a story in that, and I've actually probably told the story on lives before when I've been sitting for hours. But I did have basically I was like, I'd met this guy on a night out, and basically, like, you know, it was right before he went. sorry again. Like, I know this is I don't like telling these stories, and it's like, let's hope mine took a day off from listening to these anyway. But it's like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the guy was like, "Have you got a?" He was like, "Have you got a fella?" But I mean, that means boyfriend, and I was like, "No." And he was like, There's somebody you really like," and I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Listen, mate, like, are you wanting to do this or not? Like, I've not got a boyfriend, I'm not lying." So, but what I'm saying is he felt my twin flames energy, who, by the way, is a Scorpio, as we're staring at the Phoenix card. So it's like, you know what I mean? The person doesn't need to be physically like giving a wee word to be like, "Here, mate, fuck off, she's mine." The energy is. Do you know what I mean? So this divine masculine is energy is saying that about its divine feminine, because this divine masculine's healing, and they don't want their divine feminine to be swooped in and taken by someone else. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change. That's so funny. Oh look, that song's just. Oh, that's weird. Eyes Closed has just come on, but it's not the song I was talking about, and I don't even know why that's on there. I know it's a bad idea, but how can I help myself? Been inside for most of this year, someone's hermiting, dealing with the cards life dealt. I'm still holding back the tears while my friends or somewhere else. I pictured this year a little bit different. When it hit February, oh my God, February right now, I step in the bar, it hit me so hard. How can it be this heavy? Every song reminds me you're gone, and I feel the lump form in my throat because I'm here alone, just dancing with my eyes closed. I don't really know that song very well, guys. I think it might be just out or something. I didn't even remember saving it. So, told you this was going to be a long one today. Caught in the ruins. Somebody feels like they're really trapped in a situation, but it could be that they're not and they're trapped mentally. But this, for a few select few, it could be that people are in situations like, you know, they may have children with people, or they might, you know, have children on the way, or they might be, this might be some of the masculines. Like, I did pick up on a select few. Again, if it's not you, it's not you, but a select few that may be married, or I don't know, in some kind of new situation that binds them. Like, maybe they've just signed a lease on a house or something, and it's kind of like, you know, they're like, and now they're waking up and they're having loads of dreams bombarding them, and they know who they're talking about. So again, it's just a horrible situation to be in. And also remember, because the 16 is the tower, so it's like a big shot. So that is a real specific to, and I feel when I'm saying that, it's like it could be some of the divine masculines I'm talking to with that specific download, but I feel it's more the feminines. It's like you're masculine. It kind of feels like the people that might have been a bit helpless because it's already went quite far. Like, you know, if someone's just married someone, or but it's like, I've seen it all, guys. It actually isn't. You know, it's not great, is it? It's like, well, it's devastating for all involved. But I'm just delivering the message to whoever that's for, because this masculine sees you as their muse, like, and that's the big shock revelation, the lightning bolt. Like, you're this person's high priestess. These are the cards that I pulled before, and I mean, like, again, I don't usually cover the cover. I'll show you a quick peek and then I'll do it, because I hadn't noticed that before. Like, her tats are out and his foot is like under, like that. I hadn't noticed. Anyway, but I think this is meant to be that that's a king and a queen, and that's his wife. But I sometimes when I'm just doing it quickly, I see that as like a mother figure. But either way, it's like, look, they're up to something, and like that person's like, that represents, so it doesn't need to be, this can be anyone. It's a karmic energy that disapproves of this union. Obviously it's understandable if that's her husband, like, but you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it as what I usually see it as. That's like just somebody that doesn't like that this is going on. And it's kind of like, go and get on with your own life. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you so bothered about what this person anyway? But it's like, but it's the King of Swords, right? So it's like, someone's like, this is my high priest. Oh, actually, I've just realised that karmic energy could be that. That's why they're saying that. Yeah, that could be like a wife, but it's like, this is a karmic wife that's been doing fuckery, spell work, black magic, you know, gossip, lie. They're not a nice person. And it could just be like the woman knows that this man wants to come to their true person. I've never got that from that card before. But anyway, King of Swords, somebody could be game facing it, you know, like, so this is again, I don't know what it's for, but I'm just giving out a message. Somebody could have been like, you know, this divine femme could have given up because it's like they've been with someone else. They might have just newly got involved with someone else, and they don't show you anything, because that's what divine masculines do. Whether you're just single or with someone, they usually don't give you any indication. And well, not any indication, but that's how it's coming through for whoever this is for. But it's like, in truth, it's like you know what I mean. You are this person's muse, like Queen of Wands. Like this guy's like can't get enough of you. The Queen of Wands is a passionate woman, fiery, inspiring. Like you're tempting this person, like, but not in a kind of, not in the way that toxic women do it. Like what I'd said about on Love Island recently, which I'm seriously questioning whether that's a setup or not. But anyway, they're all very good looking, and there's a good looking girl in that was like coming on, laying it on thick, as they say, really strong to a guy that is just starting to get to know this other girl who I actually really like her. And it's like, none of them are perfect, but it's like they're all stunning as well. But like it was quite sad, like last night, like this girl's had a lot of grace, and she stood back as that other one that I'm not so keen on got involved with her partner that she'd just split up with 3.5 years, which is fine. Shit like this happens, and they sign up for that on that program. Again, I couldn't. I'm far too sensitive. I find it bad enough in real life. I could go on the telly and do that shit, but it's like what they're trying to say to me is like, it all got to that one that stepped aside with grace, because now the one that was coming on thick to the one she's getting to know now, that one's basically been found out for what she was doing. Like she was basically like, saying different things about 3 different guys, and that's. But what was really interesting is like it's not like I don't like her, and I'm not a fan of her, but it was quite powerful because it was very like Carl Jungish. And by the way, there's a Carl Jung card in the Saints and the Angels deck when I eventually get to it. It was like what we would call in therapy, like she was getting a window into who she really is. Like I think it was quite a shock to her of how deceptive and two-faced she was being. Like you could see she was like, shit, I actually can't come back from this, it's been shown. So that's why I'm like, maybe it's not a setup. But you see, how do we know that girl might have like really, she could have like narcissistic parents, or like one narcissistic parent, or been just around narcissistic people like that. But either way, she's very self-involved, she's very, very self-absorbed, and lots of other people have commented on it. And yeah, it's like it wasn't enough for it to be shacking up with a guy that had just split up with a girl when it actually looked like there might have been a chance of rekindling. She then was like trying to crack on with the other one, the one that was the ex tried to start to get to know, as well as then going back to a completely different other one. Like it was like, and that girl got really upset last night, the nice one, and she was like, I'm just calling her a nice one, because it's like, and she was crying, but she was actually hyperventilating, and I thought actually that it was, I can tell the way that people cry, it was actually quite a sign of trauma. And she was like, she shouted something about her being greedy, and it's fucking true, she is being greedy. Do you know what I mean? You can't play with people's feelings like that. And as well as it being a shame on the guy, because like he's been made to look like a complete idiot. So actually, shit, that's actually, never mind, that's gonna have something to do with all of this. So sorry if you get lost in me describing it, but it is weird. Right, and then we've got, and then the Six of Swords, so you can see what's going on there, but basically it's like, look, there's a sword in the background here, so it's like he's, he's prepared for anything to happen there. So I feel that, and the Six of Swords is about moving on, and I always feel it is moving on to a twin. So I don't always feel that, but I do in this deck. It's like somebody's like, it's like they're showing you in a transition. Somebody's going to have them. So again, this is all a channel of the past, present, future, right? So this is either actually already all happened and I'm reading it. It could be happening presently or quite soon, or this is the future. Somebody's going to be burning with passion. They're in a situation, they're going to reach a breaking point where they're like, I can't handle this anymore. My muse is calling me in, my divine feminine, the other half of my soul is like pulling me in, basically. I'm totally obsessed, please be mine, all this kind of energy, and they're going to run to you. Bryan Adams, I'm going to run to you. Look, yeah. And they might have even been trying to write messages and then deleting them. And like I said, the full moon and Leo really brought it all up to the surface quite dramatically. That message just came through before, but they're still holding back. Four of Pentacles. They're unhappy holding back, Sun. They're happier spying. I'm feeling really sad in hermit mode, wondering what their divine feminine's doing. And I know it's weird because a lot of divine feminines just aren't doing fuck all like that, but Right, okay, so, but it's not weird, because when you realise you're in love with someone, you would panic that you've lost them and they're doing shit like that. Me talks. Look at how much I was talking about certain platforms, and it kind of sounds a little bit like that. Repairing the body, mind and spirit. But I know that you could be like, how did you get that from that? But it does sound a bit like, you know, TikTok, and it's like talks, but it's like detox from things like this when you feel like it's all getting too much. Anything, detox from it. I have detoxes from here, you know, from either doing the YouTube or definitely watching it. I don't actually watch as much because I'm doing them and, you know, putting them up, and then I just need to have a break. But I do watch when I'm guided to. 19, falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. That's about someone that's asleep. Oh my God, somebody that was asleep is now woken up. Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. They've woken up to the matrix. And watchers, transpersonal. But they're watching you. Possibility for union. Are you fucking kidding me? I never use these cards. That needs to be the thumbnail. Possibility for union. That's like when I said, I don't know why the 47 is significant, but I feel it is to someone. That's like when I said, like, look, I don't want to say it's soon, but it is. Something, it is soon. There's a possibility for union here. But it feels like if this person needs to do something. That's what I'm getting. It's not always a message comes through, but that's what I'm getting. Right, let's crack on with the past life shit, because I'm actually like, should I make this a separate video? Anyway, no, I'm not. So this is all going to tie in. So, what energy did you have in a past life? So what energy did the person watching this have in a past life? Either the masculine... No, I'm not going to do it like that. Masculine or feminine. Let's just see. What energy... Oh, that one's not come out before. Santa Muerte, Holy Death. What's going on here? Release, Saint Josephine Bakhita. And then there's Aristotle again from last night. Aristotle for last night, get what I mean? That's funny, it sounds like he was down the pub. Aristotle from last night. Oh, that's too funny. Anyway, sorry. So, 15... Oh, just I'm bantering myself. Right. So... This is, now remember, it doesn't mean that you were you and you alone were this person. Whoever resonates with this, you could take on the traits of this. Like, it could even just be one thing. Like, for instance, there's a dove in this, and dove is one of my guides, and it could connect with you as well. So it's like, that could be that. But let's just see. Patron Lady of the Night, Death and Time Immortal. Feast day is on November 1st. Now, that's All Saints Day, so that could resonate too. Santa Muerte has no time to waste on hesitancies or doubt. Oh my God. Look at what I just said. It's all tying in, isn't it? Somebody's like feeling the need for speed. She comes forward and tells you to be bold and deliver now or never. Whoa. Santa Muerte provides protection against battles and provides safe delivery into the afterlife. Well, we're not going to go there yet, guys, but thanks for that. When working with Santa Muerte, well, I like saying that, I don't know if I'm saying it right, you'll begin to see owls and crows appear as her messengers or from the spirit world. Wow. Well, I see owls and crows everywhere all the time anyway, because I see all types of birds, but you could have been seeing that. She does not work a long time as we know it, but recognise powerful moments and psychic energy when it arises. If there's justice to be served, she will break everything down and set the waves in motion. Santa Muerte aids and assists her devotees across all walks of life, no matter skin colour, income or appearance. Rich or poor. That was kind of like what I was saying at the beginning of this, I feel. A good Samaritan or a thief, she sees all as equal beings. She's called upon for aid in legal matters, love, prosperity, health and healing, safe passage, as well as protection against black magic, hatred, assault and violence. See what I mean? I bet you I probably do work with that energy when I need to. She provides protection to those in police force, LGBTQI, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, right, okay. Intersection, I mean, it's like, look how many fucking things I've got, right, so, whatever it's quicker to be like, whatever floats your boat. Martial artists, outcasts, and people in possessions of dangerous kinds. In ritual and prayer, she accepts gifts including coins, aloe plant, marigold flowers, rum, tequila, Florida water, incense, candles, and water. Crazy, because remember, I almost did use the Florida water, and that's really a variation of it. It's like rose form. That's the way I would see it. O Santa Muerte, I pray to thee, of holy death I come to see. Protect and guide me from dangerous minds until the end of time divine. What I'm taking from that, protect me from dangerous minds. This feels like it fits in with the one I done last night. When the devil comes a knocking, don't answer the door this time. Don't know what it means. That could mean about an actual person that comes knocking, but you know that they're going to stab you in the back again. This could be about an addiction that's trying to come knocking on your door, not to go backwards. This could be about a bad habit, which would kind of be the same thing. It could be anything. And I have to keep stressing that, right? When I'm talking about not letting somebody from the past come back, you have to use it in your own, you have to be discerning about your own personal situation. But that's a strong message that's come through now 2 days in a row. But with your twin flame, it's different, but you still need to have boundaries with your twin flame. So I really can't tell you through a general reading. It really depends what's going on with the two of you. But with this one, it very much feels like this masculine is doing the work. They're staying away for your own good and their own good. It's the feeling of like, if this masculine was to come towards you now, I think they would take their anger out on you, and they don't want to do that. But I feel like what they're getting me to say is like, if you are the masculine that's like that, it's like, again, it's a personal call, but you're going to have to assess, like, if you, it's, oh, right, this is what I said in the shorts. You cannot heal where was making you sick. And they're guiding me the word well-being on the floor down there. And even that, your well-being's on the floor. There's the message. Your well-being's on the floor. It's like, if it's really that bad and there's a lot of karmic energy around you and it's drowning you, then yeah, it's wise to go to your feminine. I know it's like there's people that it's like, this is where you have to, if that's yours, you'll know it's yours. But if that doesn't make sense for your situation because you live in different countries, or you know, I don't know, your feminine's like married to some other bloke or something, that's not going to be a case with a lot of people that tune into me. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not yours. But I don't know I just left it open for whoever, you know. Yeah, I know yesterday it was actually like a homed in on someone, knowing who that was going to resonate with, but also leaving it open that it could resonate with other people. But today, this is just whoever it needs to. It's different bits for different people. Joseph wanted to come in there again. I was pissing myself when I was watching that. That was like, I was doing it that fast and I was sleepy, that I kept mentioning Jesus. And it's like, you know what I mean? Joseph's holding Jesus here, but it's like, so, right. St. Josephine of Bakita, patron saint of Sudan. It actually probably feels like it. Yeah, it's definitely that. It's because a lot of divine feminines are healers and stuff, like obviously myself. And it's so being someone in that kind of situation where it's like, I feel it's orchestrated that way, that whatever the masculine is struggling with, it's the feminine that needs to heal it. Because it's like, and most of it could be energetically, but I feel this might be physically. So it could be like, you know, something really dark has happened to your masculine. It's like your masculine's going to get all the signs that it's like, actually, this is something that only my feminine can heal. It's not a coincidence somebody actually said that to me recently. Like, again, I can't remember their exact words, but it was something along the lines of believing that I was the only person that actually could have helped them with this. And it's kind of like, but you know, the way that I would see that is that, well, it depends which way you see it. Like, I can handle a lot and I can handle stuff that's really challenging and really dark, but it's Jesus. That's what I was trying to say. Like, you know, I'm looking at the statue of Jesus. It's because I'm a vessel for Jesus, and with Jesus all things are possible. So but you've got to find people that are able to handle, you know what I mean? If somebody can't handle things that are like particularly challenging or upsetting or that, then they're going to be no good at listening. It's like kind of like counsellors as well, which I happen to be that too. But do you know what I mean? Like, I trained with loads of counsellors that they couldn't handle. Like, I remember people would mention things about that, or like, you know, someone just died, and people would go all awkward and change the subject. Imagine you were going to grief counselling and your counsellor was changing the subject. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, but it has to be said. And that's how I was saying. Like, I do resonate with that energy there that was talking about the darkness, because it's like, you've got to make friends and integrate with the shadow, and talking about things like death and that, because it's part of life and it happens to all of us, but it happens to a lot of people in a really tragic way, like unfortunately children dying, or miscarriage, or I could go on and on and on and on, you know. But grief and loss isn't just when someone dies. It can be when someone's not in your life anymore. I mean, think about how much people grieve. Think about how you, watching this, grieved your twin flame, or you're still in it. You know what I mean? It's deep messages. I told you I was being Scorpio today. She encourages all who can call her to continue even when times are difficult and bleak. She urges us to let go of bitterness and find forgiveness in ourselves and others. This is for this masculine. It's feeling a lot of anger towards whoever it is in their life. I feel that they're waking up to, basically. Suffering is tremendously painful, but through sacrifice and transformation, freedom is possible. And remember, the messages come through that it's like, oh, it didn't. That was on the shores. It was like the way through is the way is clear if you want it to be. That's something what the music thing said. And also the song that I was guided to use on it was James Arthur. I have to remember to sing the words in my head. Empty Space. Because in that song it's, you know, I let my ego swallow me. It's I don't see you, you're not in every single thing I do. Na 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 na. You know what I mean? It's basically saying, like, you know, I don't love you. It's not meant to be. I'm not quoting the words exactly, but it's like, and then he's like, you know, I'm lying to myself again. So this is someone that's coming out of denial of how they feel. And then for other ones, it could be worse because they could have actually committed to other people. But if that's for them, I feel it was pressurised by a lot of people around them, peer groups, family, their own ego that was trying to force them to be something they weren't. Oh, wow, yeah. Like, you know, it's a strong message coming through. Saint Josephine governs the activations of the crown and heart chakras. However, where dire circumstances arise, she assists in strengthening the cord from the Earth Star chakra into the depths of Mother Earth. And remember, a clear energy at the Earth Star chakra. Sorry, the soul. Well, actually, yeah, the Earth Star chakra too, because that's at the below the root chakra. But to anchor and remain grounded, Saint Josephine Bakhita releases toxic ties that bind and help us to see ways out of our spiritual and emotional bondage, which is what this masculine's. It feels like this masculine has either been stuck in this in the past, or you are right now. But for at least some, one of the messages coming through is you're not stuck anymore. Oh, that was a message that came through actually at the weekend. You're not stuck anymore. That, like, you're free if you want to be. It's just your ego telling you you're stuck. But for some, it could be that you are literally stuck in a situation. You'll know for your situation. But again, stuck for how long? You're not stuck forever. You know, if you're not happy and you're in love with someone else, like, there aren't, you know, you can do something out of it. So it just depends. Like, I need to hear people's personal stories. Saint Josephine reveals our greatest strength from within and teaches the power of resilience amidst great challenges. Josephine comes through with strong and magnificent waves of energy as she aids you to turn inwards and rise with resilience. Whether there are repeating cycles, Josephine will help you break free once and for all. Whoa, that's so powerful with the other messages. There is nothing Josephine has endured that you cannot. So keep pushing on, I'm just laughing because there's somebody close to me and, like, that's actually their middle name, so that's really powerful. I don't even know if she knows how powerful that is. I'm going to say that to her. Saint Josephine Bakhita watches over those who care for others and anyone who has or is currently suffering deep pain, abuse, or cruelty. Unfortunately, I do feel this masculine, or if this is you, you've been around that. Your karmic energies have caused deep pain, abuse, and cruelty. And I'm sorry for you going through that. You didn't deserve it. The bondage is broken, a change has come. Saint Josephine Bakhita, thy will is done. What's Archangel Michael got to say about that? Let's see what the next question is. What gifts did you have then that you have now? But I'll do this first. This might answer that, actually. Your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry, for your loved ones are safe. I'm looking after them. I think this has got something to do with children. I was going to say that. It was like, when I was reading that, it was like, even when people feel they're trapped because of children grow up. You know what I mean? Children grow up, and also, like the message that comes through when it needs to, children grow up and children are watching. So if you're in situations that are toxic and not good for children to be witnessing, and basically when children can see that their parents either aren't in love or worse, that they hate each other, that's not good for children. You know, it seems obvious to say it, but some people do need to hear that. So it's not, it's you're not helping that. Basically, what they're trying to say is it's like you're doing more harm by staying in a situation like that if there's children around. You know what I mean? And but also, again, select few. There are women that literally target men to sabotage, you know, to get pregnant, and so that's obviously not come through love either. And that isn't how all children come into the world. So you can't be, I don't know, suspicious or assuming or whoever you are in the equation, but it does happen. They got me to say it. So, right. Let's see. What gifts did you have then that you have now? Oh yeah, these cards. So this is the bit where I said, wait a minute, did I use that then? No, that's the bit that I used for the greatest challenge. I'm just going to use these cards so for what gifts did you have then that you have now, right? But these have got a shadow side too, so I'll use them for the challenges. But oh, sorry, I was see. By the way, if it does that zooming in and out thing, it might be because the phone is a bit, well, it's not really old, but I just paid it off, so I've had it a couple of years. I think it might even be 3 years. I thought, yeah, I didn't. It's like I was totally in a time warp. I didn't realise even how long I'd had it. But no, that's not even long. But whatever. But we'll just deal with it. So again, you might have had a bit of a time. I don't know, like time's just went by and something to do with time. Trickster. Right, wow. So what did I say? What was the question again? What gifts did you have then that you have now? Oh, so you were a trickster in a past life, whoever's resonating with this. Transcending convention, stuffiness and predictable behaviour. But it is upright. I'll read the shadow side too. Manipulating others through duplicity. But we got it upright. So in the past, you were a bit of a trickster. That's fucking hell, that's so crazy. Wow. I was like mentioning this, I can never say it, but it's like it's an old hag energy. Well, actually, it was when I was, yeah, because that was something that was said to me once, but I feel this is going to resonate with someone too. And it was like it's connected to, oh wow, and I mentioned Ireland in the thing yesterday, but anyway, it's connected to like Ireland and Scotland and probably other places in the world. But basically, that energy, when I was reading the description of it, it did say that like that energy that I can't even say the word is, it's like, I can't even say it. That woman's husband was connected to a trickster. It wasn't exactly worded like that, but it was like a trickster energy. It was something like that. It's just so funny when like they get, you know what I mean? It's hilarious. I just find this aggressively hilarious. So yeah, but either way, you know, you could get out of situations by trickster. Coyote medicine. It's what I say all the time, that I use coyote medicine when I need to disguise myself in situations that aren't safe or to protect other people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's true that I can't stand lying. But there's definite, I think we can all think of, there's definite situations where, like, say for instance, right, here's a good example. Say you're with your twin flame, but you bump into a complete gossip in the street and they're asking how you're doing, and if they know about you, they're like, oh, you know, have you seen such and such lately, or, you know, or do you talk? No, I haven't seen them in years. What are you talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, that actually could be, that's very specific. Because I felt like this feels like a divine masculine energy. It's like you use those tactics from a past life to be like, game face it. That's what all divine masculines do, actually. And like I said, I tap into my divine masculine energy when I need to do that. So what else about this past life? Saboteur. Oh, but again, it's upright as well. Trickster and saboteur. What's the light side of this? Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and changes it would bring to your life. Yeah, there we go. So in a past life, this is very King Arthur, like what I posted on. So go and look at the community tab. But again, if you find this later on, it won't, you know, you'd have to find it ages. So look at the video before and look in the comments. And I posted a clip of the King Arthur film because it's just brilliant. I keep saying I'm going to watch it again. I haven't. So I think I will try and watch it again this week because it just is a really, really good film. And I don't, you know, sometimes I like films like that, but most of the time I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. I don't like films like this. And then when I watch it, I love it. Because I was like that about Snow White and the Huntsman, and the other second one that I love even more, that's going to come into it. Because the second one that I love even more is the one where the couple drop, like, you know, they're quite defensive to one another because they've been brought up to be like warriors. And then they basically, they're both in love with each other, but they have to run away and marry in secret because of all the energies that don't want them to be together. So a familiar story that we're pulling through that happens in old times, that's playing out in the here and now. It doesn't need to be you're running away and actually getting married, but it's just like it's like you need to keep it quiet to be in a union with this person. But actually it's actually what I'm hearing from this energy. It's like that is what you want. This person wants that. I think you need to do it too, but you actually want to do that. I feel it's both energies want to do that. It's like wanting to get away and start again. That's what I'm hearing. So, but in the King Arthur is he's scared of his power. You know, like that's why in that clip he's like trying to like wave his sword around. I know it sounds like it's symbolic of someone else, and you can take what you want from that, because that could be about, you know, sexual energy. Like, yes, learning to, well, it's treat now I don't want to use any of these words, sword, wand, whatever you want to use, but you know, like treating yourself with more respect. That like not everybody deserves to go near your sacred sexual energy. There we go. That's a funny way for it to come through, but you know what I'm saying. But the shadow attribute is induces self-destructive behaviour, desire to undermine others, but it came up upright. Basically, this person self-sabotages, and that's what I've got from all the messages today, is that it's like, this person could tell themselves they're not good enough and blah, 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 and all this, but it's really you're just self-sabotaging, so, or your masculine is. Right, okay, and like that's why I put on the wee, and it's 111, new beginnings and alignment. They're saying to me, you can have a new beginning if you want to, and now this could just be that the karmic crap's behind you and you're standing in your own way. So you'll know if that's for you. Shapeshifter, I just opened the book up at. Transform and unveil your gifts. This person's hiding a lot. Look, and not in a bad way, Jesus. Like, they're hiding how powerful they are. Or you are. Right, let's have lost the... what was your greatest challenge then and maybe now? Right, let's see if it comes out reverse now. I'll be amazed if it actually... And I've put those same cards out, so they might come out. I actually put them in reverse, so they might... What was the challenges for you in your past life? And again, like I always say, you just... Although it can be scarily feeling like it resonates, this is like, it's a bit of fun. You need to see it as. And it's not I'm not doing a personal reading for someone right now. So although it might feel like that, you would need to get a personal reading. But I don't even like calling it a reading. This is a clearing and a healing energy. But what's the challenge? What's the shadows aspect? Mystic reveals the intimate union with the divine, but because I'm asking about the shadow, I'm just reading both anyway. Delusional rapport with the divine. So again, it's like I feel you've got like I just said that, yeah, you've got gifts to use for good because we saw Jesus, but you've also got gifts that you could use. It's reminding me that film's a gift that keeps on giving, and I'm laughing because Nick had said the Toblerone thing's a gift that keeps on giving. And it is, thank you. I love you too. But it's like, because if you don't get the banter, the Toblerone says I love you over there. But it's like, I feel in a past life as well, like you could have got like that guy in that Jesus film where he's like, he just gets way above his station with his ego. And it actually starts to become destructive for other people around him because it's like, it becomes like a cult. So maybe maybe you were a cult leader in a past life. I don't know, but it's something like that. You know what I mean? What's jumping out now? Yep, and look, this is in reverse. So that, well, how crazy is that? Networker. And I'm saying maybe you were a cult leader. Fucking hell. I mean, and remember that it's like, what's the chat? Sorry, I'm laughing at it. I can't stop laughing. I'm laughing out of nerves. It's like, that's just so... Look how many cards there are. Sorry, I have to get my shit together. And by the way, I need to sage, because see, although it's good to laugh, laughter when it gets like a bit like mania. Because you'll know if you've done group work with me before. Because you know it can. Let's be honest, it can be actually quite annoying. Laughter when it gets a bit mania like that, it's a sign that there's like a trickster, but energy trying to distract you from what you're doing. So I'm just going to burn the sage, but I really couldn't stop laughing there. But that's probably a message for you about whatever I was saying there, because it used to happen on group work that I'd done. If somebody just couldn't stop laughing, it would be funny because it'd be like we all needed it. But sometimes it was like, hey, what's going on here? And it was like their shadows distracting us from what needed to be done. And again, when I say that, it's not the person. It's nothing personal against the person. It's an energy working through the person. So then I just knew I needed to do more clearing, and I think I got the rattle out or the sage or something. And they're making me do a lot of teaching. I mean, I'm teaching all the time because I am a natural, teacher. That's the years of training that I've went through to own be the teacher part of me. Which, by the way, the wolf medicine is anyway. But you do have to earn your stripes, and I'm the tiger as well. They're pulling me to the wolf and the tiger as I'm saying this. But it's like, yeah, that takes experience to notice that. Like, I bet I can feel there's some people listening that didn't know that when there's some kind of laughter like that going on, and it's like, this is a bit weird. Like, I could just feel it when it's like there's something not right here, and I just could feel that so that's going to resonate. But anyway, networker. So yeah, you're a cult leader in a past life, but don't worry. But how that could manifest in this life is you could be like in a gang or like a group of people, and like somebody's like really in charge of them all. Or even like somebody could be like quite narcissistic, and it could be you, but it's like, it's like somebody, I feel it's somebody around whoever I'm talking to is like, everyone's a bit scared of them. That's what I'm feeling. It could be anyone, but it's like in a group of people, it's like everyone's scared of this person. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Oh, you're a cult leader. Right, okay, so, well, it's what you do with it, do you know what I mean? How you turn it around. Enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. That's how you can turn it around. Oh, that came up in the one last night. You know what I mean? It's like, and the thing is, if that really is hitting, like I always say, if a message hits you in the heart, and in this one it'd be probably hitting you in the solar plexus, like, oh, I don't like that. Like, oh no, I don't want to be a bad person in a past life. But like I said, I didn't say that right, but my words are going funny. Like I said yesterday, we will all have had a past life. It's something that we're not so keen on. I mean, look at this. Like, this looks a bit scary too. But like I said, the traits that energy comes through are really quite amazing. And actually, this is like it's a bit of the light and the dark, isn't it? That yin yang. It's be careful what wolf you feed. I say it all the time, but it's true. Go and look up that story if you don't know what I mean. It's where a little kid is asking his grandfather, I can't remember what they asked, but it's like, how do you stay on the straight and narrow kind of vibe? And the grandfather's like, you got to be careful what wolf you feed, you know what I mean? If you feed your ego too much, you're going to become like the guy in that film that gets above the station. You've got to stay humble with things. If you feed the fear and you tell yourself you're stuck and you're never going to get out and this person's never going to forgive you, well, guess what will grow and grow and grow in your life? More bullshit. If you tell yourself that you can't stand up to this bully because this is what this sounds like, then you can't. You know what I mean? You'll never break free. If you tell yourself the opposite, that you can become empowered, you can do soul retrieval, you can clear your energy, you can go to people that are trained to help you with this, like me or whoever you trust, you can get yourself out of these situations. You know what I mean? And that's a very Sag Moon thing to say, which, remember, I am a Sag Moon. And also my Sag Moon, it conjuncts my South Node in Sagittarius. So that's where I just don't, I'm very strong about this. I can move mountains with people's beliefs because of that. Because Sagittarius Moon is belief. Sagittarius is beliefs, right? So it works two ways. If I need to reprogram someone's beliefs to believe in themselves, like, I can do that really strong, in a stronger way than a lot of people, right? But it's because with that South Node conjunct my Moon and Uranus, it's like a spiritual awakening in itself. You know what I mean? It's like a shock, a lightning bolt to your old beliefs, right? To clear it, to then start planting the seed of the new ones. So I've got the skill of both. Like, I've got the clearing energy, and then it's like I've got the hypnotherapy and all the other tools to the NLP, because I use NLP as well, but I use it in a positive way to plant the seed of belief. Whereas in the world, it's the seed of doubt, and that's came up in this reading. Whoa. Okay, so the card that leapt out is Hedonist. Wow, and look at what I was saying about all this sword and wand stuff. Inspires creative energy to embrace good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, right? So that's a positive trait. That feels like sexual healing stuff I was talking about. This feels like a twin that's a sexual healer. But it feels like a sexual healer after having went through not respecting their own sexual energy, like which is the case for all. I say it's the case for actually everyone, divine feminine or divine masculine. Even if it was like a short period of your life, it just I feel, but I might be wrong won't be all for everyone. Pursues pleasure in the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So that's the shadow bit. It's this was the this is not the challenges, this is the strengths I was asking about. But it does keep coming out reverse. Prince, romantic charm and potential for power. Oh wow, so like look, the strength is that somebody's got that. I feel that it's like, with everything that's been said, it's like you've got the power to come in really quite romantic here towards your divine feminine. But in the past, because remember this is like your strength in this life or in a past life, using power for self-aggrandizement. So in the past, we're pulling out all these divine masculine secrets right now, aren't we? It's quite funny, but it's like in the past, you've used your sexy, alluring charm to get what you want. I was about to say what man doesn't, but I mean, not all men can. I mean, not all men can do it because they might not be the best. Let's just call a spade a spade. But you can be an alchemist. You can change. It's each to their own, but alchemist. I mean, it's not just men. Look at what I said about the girl on out. I don't know. Anyway, so it's like, look at what I said about the girl on Love Island. You know what I mean? She's doing that. But anyway, alchemist. Transformation of base motives and goals and golden wisdom. You can be the alchemist here. You can choose again. Like, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through a spiritual practice. Yeah, there is something about here that whoever this is in a past life, this is the same as the one that I done a couple of days ago, isn't it? It's somebody that used their charm and their intuition to bed people, basically. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I say, there's loads of men and women that do that. But I think when it catches up with you, that's what I'm feeling a lot of people going through here. But forgive yourself, because you've lived your life the way you were meant to up until you realise, and you're like, all right, I don't want to live my life like this. And that's what the Jesus resolution or revolution, I keep saying resolution, but that means something too. You know, it can be resolved, but it's like, it's about being born again. Just watch it, because in the film they're doing a lot of drugs and drinking and trying to get a high like that, and then things scare them and they seek God. So but it has got stuff about, you know, how you can get carried away, and you know, it's got loads of stuff. So just, I loved it, and it's definitely about twin flames. What karma needs undoing? I think we need these again. We've already had that from those cards. Well, wait a minute. What karma needs undoing? Child eternal. I'll read the words in a minute, but what I'm getting from that is it's basically inner child, right? Like, I'm looking at, I'll read the words after I channel this, but it's like, if you are this person, or if this is your person, like, and it doesn't matter what gender, like, if it's divine masculine, it could be a man or a woman. It's like, or you or them, but it's like, that's what you saw around you. And then look at what I said about groups. So it could be like, say, for instance, in the family culture or in the friendship groups, that it's like, that's what this person or you saw everybody else doing. So, and in a way, it's like your innocence was stolen, because it's like, and it really, I know I keep saying, but it really actually does feel like somebody that's really quite good looking here. And again, looks are an eye beholder, but it feels like somebody that's really quite good looking. And so you could have your pick of the bunch, really, you know, or more so than most. And but it feels like somebody that's getting older, like realizing that, like, yeah, because now it's like they're talking to me about women that I've helped in the past as well, that it's like same thing, like very good looking women, and I've got loads of men after them, but like there's a deep sense of sadness that I'm tapping into with whoever this is speaking to, because it's like getting older and realizing like who cares, like looks start to fade, and I just want to feel safe and secure with somebody that actually genuinely loves me and fancies me. Like I just want one person. They're pulling me to that Russian roulette deck. So yeah, that's why it doesn't matter about the gender. Right, what does it say? It's somebody's innocence. It's healing a part of the inner child. Determination to remain young in a body, mind and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Wow, that's why they didn't want me to read it before I said it. Somebody's stayed in like a young state, like a teenage state. But again, I do, you've got everyone, if this is you, you've got to take personal responsibility for that, but not blame yourself. But it's like, you can change that. But, and that, remember that came through, that this divine masculine is growing up and they're trying to break away from people like that. But there's a message here about, I think it's very hard to do that when you're in, you can't heal in the place that you got sick. And that's why they keep getting me to mention that film, because although they're very young, they're teenagers in that. It's like there's a scene, right, where they're driving in the, I think they're driving in the rain and they're all fucking away with it on drugs. And they nearly smash the bus into another bus. And it's the guy who has a wake up call because he's like, this is fucked up. And then when he's like, let me out, and he gets out of the car, that's when he meets the Jesus guy. But honestly, the guy that is bringing through the word of Jesus, he literally does look like Jesus. But then it's like he actually starts to get a bit carried away and thinks he is Jesus. And that's where I'm going to repeat it until I'm blue in the face. I know, because I do this too. You can feel like, wait a minute, was I Isis? And I am Isis reborn and nobody else is? No. So just look out for that, because we're going to see it, guys. We're going to see it. I know when I see it. Or you'll get people that will say similar to what I say, is that you're somebody that can tap into the energy of that very strongly and scarily so. But if you get above your station with that, God will knock you down a peg or two. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's like I said in a session recently when miraculous healing took place. They only do that through me because I don't abuse it. You know what I mean? But it's the thing is that, yeah, it's amazing to be like this, but it can be really quite challenging as well, because I get a lot of people that are really jealous of me because I can do the things that I can do, which you can see why I hid it for a long time, you know what I mean? Or I just showed like the tip of the iceberg because of it. So you'll just see it. People that have been hanging around a long time, as this channel grows and whatever, you'll see that happen. But I'm protected, we're all protected, and take it on board. So, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Yeah, basically there's a lot of codependency in this person's life or your life. And like I say, for everything, that's crazy. That actually felt like somebody, in a good way, but it felt like somebody was injecting the back of my heart with like a really potent energy that I needed. And when I'm saying me, this is you. That message really hit somebody in the heart. I can feel it. Whoever this is for, and it'll be for a few people. I've never had that before, but you know what I mean. It's like it's probably because I was telling a story recently on a session of when a woman. This was years ago. This was like, honestly, like, I get mixed up when Facebook Live came out, but it doesn't really matter because I was doing underground live streaming before that, so I get mixed up. But say it was like 7 years ago or 8 years ago or something, and I was pulling cards, and like she said that like she put an Instagram post up, but I think it was about a year later, and she said that I was shot. She said that I found this crazy lady shuffling cards, and the card nearly went in the candle, and I was like, what is this girl all about? She seems a lot of fun. And she said when she picked up on somebody had a sore back and asked who it was, because if she didn't find who it was, the pain wouldn't go away. And she wrote something that, you know, like, I need to find where this is. It will be in one of my old phones. And if you're watching, please get in touch, because this was so many years ago. And like I said, the woman was obviously a bit quieter because she didn't say at the time. But what the post said, I would never forget that it said this. But again, this is happened with loads of people, and this is why I respected that. It might have been like a long time after this happened, but she didn't need to do that. That could have been like one of the people out there that just like, oh, I done it all by myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, there must have been something in her that was like that I needed to hear that, and she said that when I said, look, can I send you love? Like, I don't do things without people's permission. And she was like, yeah, sure. And she said, all I said was, right, sending you love. And from the minute I said that, she said it felt like a shot of morphine had went into her back. And the pain that she'd had for, don't quote me, it was something like 18 years or 20 years that, you know, she'd kind of given up hope was ever going to leave. It all left her body. And from that day on, she went into a spiritual awakening, which I'm sure she didn't thank me for that. It's probably why she took a year to post it. But do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even kidding. But it's like, after that, she then was on her, you know what I mean? Her life was never the same, but in a much better way, amazing way. So, but that is what my energy is like, you know what I mean? That is what they use me to do. It's like, you deserve so much more than what I can give you right now. Wow, I hardly ever use this deck because it's got some hard-hitting messages, but that's what this masculine's doing. This masculine is clearing and healing themselves as much as they can, and probably getting help from other people if they get guided to. Which, like I said, I do feel in this case could actually, they're going to get guided to their feminine, because they want to be the best they can for you. Because you and I are like a ball of wool. You're one end of the string, and I the other, but we're a tangled mess. Kind of sounded like it was going romantic, and it went all kinds of wrong. But it's like, I think a lot of us could resonate with that. I know I fucking do. I can't speak for him, but anyway. Yes, it's like the red string of fate too. That card always reminds me of the red string of fate. You know, no matter where you both go, you're always connected. Right, so that's the karma that needs undoing, by the way. So, you know what I mean? That was the question. So it's like, this person is... But that, right, okay, I get what they're saying. Wait a minute, let's see if martyr jumps out. It's like what they're saying to me is like, if this is for a masculine, like, know when you're being self-sabotaging because you're used to that, and actually, you know, you think that you're doing the better thing by staying away from your feminine. But actually, if you've spent a lot of time in healing and hermiting, and you keep trying to get your strength back, but all the people around you are pulling you down and dragging you down and keep setting you back, that's when actually you have to recognise you've done enough. Now go to be with your twin and allow yourself to get the next part that you need. Healer in reverse. Taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. But you see which bit is relevant. It's the feeling, I can't believe that. It's that you're trying to heal yourself, but actually you're feeling, and look, that's like, look, this could be for someone that is a divine masculine, sorry, it's a male that is a divine feminine, and this could be a divine masculine female that has been, now, again, this is, like I said, it can be both. So if you've resonated all the way up to this and you're a divine masculine male or a divine feminine female, because that is definitely the majority of it, but for some, it's what I've said, because that could be like when I was describing that girl in Love Island, although it's not that deep, but you know what I mean? Like, she's actually been a bit of a, you know, there's lots of words for it, but she's been a bit greedy. Like, she's a good looking girl, but she's like not a very nice girl in my opinion. You know, it doesn't mean that she can't be better, but she's very narcissistic. You know, if you're in the UK and you're watching this in the down low, she is very self-absorbed because, and she actually puts it across like she knows what that's scary. Like, she puts it across like she knows what she's talking about. And I hate, you know what I can't stand? And I said hate, but I don't like the word hate, but she shortens everyone's names. That actually does, I get a bit of a lack of trust when people do that. Like, I do it sometimes in jest, but not a lot. I can't actually think of many people I actually do that with. Apart from, I've got one best friend and I do call her by her shortened version, but that's because everybody does, so that's different. But you know what I mean? Like, she's so say for instance, she's like, the guy that she's fucked about is called Callum, so she's like, Cal, you know what I mean? But it's like quite patronising. And then like she calls the girl that's called Molly Moll, even though like she's totally mauling Molly, you know what I mean? Like fucking tearing her heart to bits. Like, oh yeah, I'll just fucking cut about with your ex that you've just split up with that you possibly could have got back with just because I can. I don't even fucking like him, but I'm going to tell him I like him. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of girls. There's men like that too, though. But passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. But basically, yeah, you'll know this. If you're a divine masculine, male or female, and you know that your twin is a healer, and it's not just because they're a healer, it's because I feel it's their expertise is what you need. That's very clear. And look at all the cards that are there. It leapt out. Guide. Yeah. Someone's divine feminine is a guide and a healer. Represents the nature of the divine in life and yourself. Yep. Interesting. Right, so and that's specific. That bit will be specific for some, because not everyone's divine feminine is doing that. They're most probably are doing variations of that, but not always. It just depends. You know what I mean? Like they could be like I don't know, they could have some other kind of job doing something where they're helping people because they're providing a service, but that service isn't healing, you know what I'm saying? Like so that's a specific download for whoever. Actually, I know some divine feminines that aren't a healer, but that's debatable because everyone's got healing of some kind, but their gift specifically is being an oracle, like giving a message. And now my third eye's tingling, so they're like, yep, that's right, this is you I'm talking to. It's like to really get the clearest message, the person might need you to come to you and get their cards done. Because remember what I said about, I truly believe unless it's another true twin flame that you can trust, people can read the twin flame journey wrong and they can actually give you distorted information. Like that's definitely happened for some twin flames where a medium has given the wrong information, or even worse, if they've went to somebody that abuses their gifts. Because actually, what did that say? I'm sure it did say, one of those cards said, no, I've shoved it back in, but even this says it. Negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Oh my god, how crazy is that when I just picked that up? But it's like, because look, the light side, gift for negotiating fairness, strategy, and personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. That's what I'm good at, because of my Libra energy, specifically where it is. Like, I can tap into you and your twin flames' different sides. Or you and anyone, even you and your karmic, because like I said, like karmic energies are people too, and we've been karmic in other people's lives, but it's important to recognize the difference, because some people's karmic energies literally are evil. There's no other way to put it. Some karmic energies are the fucking devil, and there's no hope for clearing that energy. I fucking try, but I've come across it where that's true, like seriously. But again, I don't give up hope, and I always pray, but that's just, I don't know who that's for, but yeah, somebody has went to some kind of psychic or healer, and whatever hidden agenda, like, you know, they've not given someone the right information, and it's confused someone. That came through before. Right, so what energy will support you now? I just can't even. That's hilarious. Look at what I was saying. Like, and this is so that bit follows on from what I was channeling last night. And I only realised how amazing that was when I watched it back again today and I was more awake. That even has meaning. This person is waking up fast. I did pull a card about that for the same message. Like, you know, the cards that I pulled before that I felt were going to be for whoever this was for. But yeah, in the King Arthur film, it's the snake medicine that helps protect at King Arthur. And this is, remember, I use snake medicine because that is all my Scorpio energy, and yeah, it's just an animal that I've worked with shamanically and integrated, and it's a big part of my gift actually. Which is why the dark energies can't stand me and they try to attack me, because they know that I can see right through them. It's even, I experienced something like that very recently, where it's like everyone else was like thinking something was a great idea, but I was like, this seems a bit dodgy, and it's like nobody else could see what I see, but hello, am I used to that with the last couple of years and my whole entire fucking life? I say it all the time, but it's like whenever there's somebody not to be trusted, I can usually spot it long in advance. I can actually even think of, yeah, I can think of times in my life that I've spoke with my twin flame, like in the morning when we're hungover, about things like this in life. It'd be interesting if he can ever remember certain things that I've said, but that's one thing I can find out. But yeah, and I do believe with certain things that I've said, it's like I feel it'll either already have been proven over time, or yeah, there's different things that I've said about things, but yeah, he'll probably remember better than me, but that just came back to me. So, shed old skin. Right. And it's quite funny because I think at that time, like, he's so fun loving and carefree, like that's how he was at that time, that it was like, nah, you know what I mean? Like I can't remember, it's just, it's like a vague memory, but it was like something that I was yeah, it was just a chat we were I was just expressing that there was something that didn't feel right. Yeah, anyway, blah blah. Right, so being cryptic for you, they're just talking to me about it, so I'll just move on. But it'll be relevant to different people. That it's like you could have been somebody that saw things playing out years in advance, or just had a feeling about different people or things in the world, and you could have said to your twin. That's funny because I hear people saying things like that quite a lot, and I'm not usually one of the people that say that because I'm like, that's not like how we were with each other. Well, it's hard to explain, but that was an instance where that is coming back to me. Anyway, whatever. Right, so what's the next one? Um, how will it help you grow? Yeah, so how will the snake medicine help this person grow? It's quite simply because it teaches you or your person to stand up for themselves, be fearless and stand strong, because that's what King Arthur has to do. And look, King Arthur is a high priest as well. Intend and create. Like it teaches you to trust your intuition. That's why they've just got me to say that. Because in that scenario, I was not getting a good feeling about something. I think it was actually to be honest, I think it was actually for me rather than him. But what I'm basically saying is like I was getting, and that shows the trust between twin flames, right? And it's so funny because it's like whether it's like twins should be listening to this right now or in the future when if I can even remember what I'm talking about if you ask me, it's like the point is it's like that trust was there, you know, in that moment when I was like, there's just a funny feeling. I don't trust this person. And that's why I'm saying it's kind of like, you know, I must have just been like speaking out loud for myself. And but I think there's things that so it's like you could have said something like this to your, like, but this could be like way deeper than that. You could have said something to your twin about their own life. Or it's like what I've said before, it is like people that do what I do on here. Like when I give out warnings and omens for people to watch their back, like other, you know, twin flames are watched obviously because everything I do is for twin flames, but some of that actually could have been, well, will have been for my actual twin flame. But it's what's funny is, like, you know, you could have been giving out the message 2 years ago and your twin flame might not have been watching, they might not have found your channel or known about it, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's not the case with mine, like, but it's kind of like that will be the case for a lot of people. That could be the case for somebody that does like what I do, but they don't know about you doing that wherever you do it. Well, I don't know. Or it's just in conversation you've been like, hey, watch your back. I don't like that person, or, you know, I respect that you like, but there's something I don't trust. And then further down the line, that person causes trouble or backstab. There's something there, by the way, because it keeps coming out. How will you use it to grow? Well, a warrior high priest is, I'm going to put that in the title. Trust your intuition in the future is how you'll use it. Drum and dream journey. So this is about shamanic journeys. Surround yourself with protective energy. Yeah. See what I mean? How I was saying that? It's like this is a feminine energy that was protecting her masculine, and it could have been long in advance, because like I said, and it's just reached 144, so you couldn't get any more clarity than that. But they're using a memory of me that I was saying something to mine, And again, we were like literally in our 20s at this point, but like I was just saying like I'm not getting a good feeling. And it did actually have quite, yeah, I need it, yeah, it's quite funny that this came back to me there. For all I know, he might fucking went away and started telling all my shit to people, but I don't, I don't think so. Right, so, it's quite funny. What energy are you stepping into as a result of these lessons? Because it's that deeper thing when you realise it's like, oh, this is the cards I was using. It's your own energy. Your twin flame is your, like, so whether he was in feminine and I was in masculine at that point, which actually, see in that exact moment, I would say that's the case. That I was in, well, I don't know. It depends. So anyway, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I would actually say that was the case, that I was in the masculine energy and he was in the feminine, because I was allowing him to listen to me when I needed help. Interesting. Right. What was it? I forgot the question, because it was the Atlantis cards that I forgot to use. Well, it's not forgetting, because maybe it just isn't relevant to whoever this is for, but remember, when I say whoever, it's lots of different people it could resonate with. What energy are you stepping into as a result of these lessons? But there really is something in snake medicine, like I said, is extremely psychic, transmuting, alchemy energy, and it's this person or you or your twin is learning to trust their intuition more and not ignore it when they get a bad feeling. And snake medicine bites, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so be careful with your words. You've got the power to heal or harm with your words, so you've got to have a lot of responsibility. Presence, yeah, you've got a presence. This actually feels very Scorpio. I was just talking about snakes, and snakes are Scorpio energy. This does feel very Plutonian Scorpio energy. So you could have very intense energy like me, but you've got a presence, you know, but you've got to use it wisely. In Golden Atlantis, the people focused on the delight of the moment. They lived in the now, so there was no tenses or words for the past or future, because every feeling and thought contributes to the creating the future. The Atlanteans automatically built one that was happy and benign. Furthermore, because they were emotionally present for other people, everyone felt acknowledged and cared for. I fucking love that, guys, and it's what I try to recreate on the lives. I'm not perfect every time, and we're a soul family, we're a family, so people are going to get hurt from time to time. People are going to get triggered. You know, we all just got to deal with it. But if you're here to hang around for the ride, enjoy it. Your guidance is to be fully present emotionally as well as physically for yourself and others today, because the point is that can happen out in the world. You know what I mean? The past is gone, and churning about it is wasted energy. The future is yet to be written. The rest is still unwritten. For you to manifest it with your current thoughts. If you don't know, that's the song that staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. And you know what I mean? It's a song that was on that programme. Remember, what's it called? Natasha Bedingfield. The rest is still unwritten. I think it's called that, but whatever. Most people know it, but I just felt maybe someone didn't there. Make sure your mind focus is positive and constructive. Remain aware at all times. Wow, this is really powerful. Someone's in the past, I feel, ignored their intuition, and then something that they felt about someone has turned out to be true. So now the lesson is to. Well, actually, I'm not even going to summarise, because there's a lot in this one, and I've been standing here for ages, and I can't believe it's 7:20. Right, I need to do Mediumship Monday. I don't need to do it, but I want to do it, because that's what we do on Mondays. And I'm going to do a wee bit of healing in it as well, because someone had said that they were needing a wee bit of healing for an injury. So, right, so anyway, yes, please like, comment, subscribe. If you would like something like this for yourself, there is 90-minute unlisted options. They're shorter, but obviously you can see how long this was. And I could do the same thing. Or you can book a free discovery call if we've never worked together before, just so you can see what I'm like one-to-one and talk about what you might be interested in. Can you please look at the services though before you do that, so that you've at least got an idea of the different things that might need to. A notification just came up about, and it had the word king in it. So that's good. Anyway, it was about another king. but we'll not go there. But it's yeah, that's just another confirmation about you were a king in a past life, or your divine masculine was. Which really I feels like a message to remember your sovereignty, like to not give your power away, but also with the power that you do have, to use it wisely. I feel like I'm on Star Trek or something, so I'm going to sign out now. See you later.